G'day everyone and welcome to a quick overview video of Nova and how easy it is to use. I'm joined here with Naveed as he will drive us through it.
Definitely. So let's get started, right?
Perfect.
So as you guys can see my screen, at the moment we are at the entry point of using Wandelbots Nova. We call this the developer portal, where you can basically create your cloud instances. You can download Nova locally if you want to use it locally, and you can also jump into the documentation and the APIs. For today's tutorial, let's create a cloud instance and get a robot in our virtual environment. Try to see how difficult it is to move the robot. We would click on cloud instances right here. Let's call this one a demo robot, so a demo cloud instance, and click on create.
So if I'm a first person looking into this, a newbie as I should say, it looks pretty clean. It's not busy. It's very easy to understand and read.
Exactly. I mean, that was the whole point, that it's not that only people who have expertise in robotics are gonna be using Nova, but rather it should be very agnostic. It should be available to everybody.
Yeah.
And that's what we're going for. We're making this thing as easy as possible and making all these hard programming and all the hard parts are happening in the background, which we don't even see, so that the users can completely focus on moving the robot.
Cool.
Nice. The cloud instance is ready. So let's open our cloud instances. And this will be your entry point to our cloud instance. You can see 5 different tiles here. We have the App Store, the documentation, settings, the API, like we discussed before, and the robot pad. So in order to create a virtual robot, we go to settings, we go to cell, and here we add a robot. We can add a physical robot if you want. At the moment, we don't have a physical robot around us. So let's stick to virtual robot. For a manufacturer, let's select Fanuc 20ID25 and call this Fanuc.
So one quick thing I'm looking at this now is that there is a lot of different robots.
Definitely, it's not just that we have a lot of different robots that are being supported by Nova right now, but we are increasing this list more and more. So the list of robots that we support will be much more in the future, and we are trying to be as agnostic as possible.
Perfect. Well, the robot's been brought to life.
It's alive. The Fanuc is up and running. And this environment that you see right here, this is the Nova robot pad. In the robot pad on the left, right here, you can basically see the Fanuc. You can move around to see what it looks like. This is a 3D world, or the virtual cell that we have created. In the middle, we have the Wandel script. I will go into details on Wandel script a bit later. And on the right, we basically have a few buttons for moving the robot. For example, moving the X coordinates of the robot. You can see that it's already moving the Y coordinates, and you can move the robots by joint as well. So for example, like this, or if you want to move a different joint, you can do that.
I do have to say quite quickly is that how smooth it looks.
Definitely. And I think the best part is that when you're actually connected to a physical robot, the movement is mirrored exactly as you see on the virtual robot, which makes it incredibly easy for you to work in the physical cell as well.
Perfect. Good to see.
Cool. So what you see in the middle right here is code in Wandel script. And Wandel script it's based on Python. However, it's simplified to the point where anybody can use it. So if we go through this line by line, you can see somewhere here where we declare the controller ID and the motion group ID. This is information that you get from the top left corner right here. For us, the controller ID is Fanuc, and the motion group ID is going to be 1. So basically, if we have more robots here, we would see more robots in the drop-down right here. And we can add that to our Wandel script to move multiple robots at the same time.
Gotcha.
So if we run the code, our little Fanuc should be up and running.
Wow, look at it move. It's about to walk off.
They grow up so fast, right? He should be up and running in college very time soon.
Awesome. So I guess that kind of showcases a very quick overview of how Nova works and how easy it is to run.
Exactly. And if we have users that come from a software background that are experienced in Python and TypeScript, we actually offer SDKs as well, so that the users can have a much more seamless integration into Nova.
Perfect. Well then, hope you guys learned a lot, and we'll see you later.